Hey guys, this is just one of my little spotlights, and today I'm just going to talk about some of the oils for anxiety. This is actually probably one of the most common requests that I have for most people is around what oils is best to help them and their loved ones with dealing with anxiety. And I love this because I truly believe that a lot of these oils really make a difference on us and the way in which our brain perceives threat. And, you know, when we go into our fight or flight response, which happens when we experience anxiety, I actually really do see a difference that these oils bring to people, including myself, in helping me to calm down and move through that feeling of worry and of anxiousness. So I'm going to talk you through some of the top essential oils that that people use for anxiety. Now I've got my little book in front of me because I am studying this, and I do like to bring in scientific examples and studies that have been done as well, so that we know that what we're saying is backed up by fact and by science. Anyway, one of the ones that I never actually realized was really good for anxiety, but it's at the number one, is lavender oil. Now, lavender oil, obviously it has a calming and relaxing effect. I use it for sleep. It's one of my favorites, but it's also considered a nervous system restorative, and it helps with inner peace, with sleep, with restlessness, and with irritability. Panic attacks, that's a big one. Panic attacks, nervous stomach, and also general nervous tension. Some of this on the back of your neck at night time with some magnesium spray on your legs is a really dynamic duo that can help you get through the night as well and sleep and get through those anxious feelings. So there's been a number of different clinical trials that have been involving lavender, and having a look at the inhalation of lavender. So that's either through a diffuser or just in your hands, and then doing those deep yoga breaths, which really gets you to inhale those oils. And they found that there was a huge reduction in stress and in anxiety. And one study even looked at those that were watching anxiety-provoking films and being exposed to scary stimulus that would normally cause anxiety. And what they found was that their heart rate varied significantly and was a lot calmer than those that had a placebo during an anxiety producing film and when they were exposed to this stimulus. So that's really amazing. And also there was another test that was done where they used lavender oil to have a look at those that were getting coronary artery bypasses surgery, and also with people visiting the dentist. And they actually saw a big difference in in lavender's oil ability to lower anxiety in those patients. So that's lavender oil. You can use it on your skin, you can use it in a bath, you can use it on your pillow, you can use it in a roller or in a diffuser. It really is one of the most diverse and popular oils. I use it in the morning as a kickstart with my peppermint oil, or I use it at night time to sleep, so it's absolutely amazing. My next one, now I don't have an oil for this, and I really believe in being conscious with our oils. The next one that they speak about is rose oil. Now, in order to make one drop of rose oil, it's something like 30 something roses that get picked and pressed, and I'm not really that comfortable with that. So anyway, for those of you that can find rose oil that's sustainable and organic, it is actually one of the benefits of rose oil is that it's really settling to your emotions. And it's probably the second most popular after lavender in relieving anxiety and depression. And it helps with panic attacks and also with grieving and with shock. And in a study with women who were pregnant for the first time, one group of women received a 10-minute inhalation and a foot bath with rose oil, and another group received a 10-minute warm water foot bath, and they were compared to a control group. Now, they showed that the aromatherapy and foot bath reduces anxiety in the active phase for these women, and actually it made a significant difference in the way in which they were feeling and when they were talking about being pregnant as well. So Now, I haven't used rose oil, so I can't really personally talk about it, but I have used the next one, and it's my favorite, and you guys would have heard me talk about it, and this is vetiver. Now, vetiver is the most beautiful grounding oil. It's, if you can see, it's really slow when it moves. So it's actually a sap, like looks like a sap. So it's got a tranquil, grounding and reassuring energy. Now, when I smelt this, I was like, oh, I immediately just stopped and took a big deep breath. Now, on its own, it's not very pleasant for a lot of people, but when you blend it with something like lavender or wild orange or peppermint or anything else, it's incredible. So this is known as a base note. So when you get fragrances, you'll probably see vetiver as a base note in a lot of fragrances that are used in like Chanel and things like that. And then they've got the heart and then the top note. So this stays with you for like 8 hours and makes you feel incredible. And I just love it. So vetiver is often used in aromatherapy for those that have experienced trauma. So those that have PTSD, those that get anxiety attacks. So it helps with self-awareness, with calmness, and with stabilizing your emotions. This one's also used in blends for children that have ADHD. It just helps to calm your mind, and it's known as a nervous system tonic. So it decreases jitterness. So, you know, kids that tap their feet or, you know, constantly moving. Also hypersensitivity. So for our kids that may be sensitive to noises and things like that, it's also known to help calm, and it's useful for panic attacks and in shock. So if you've got someone that's recently had an accident or is in shock, those kind of things, vetiver oil has been used for that. There was a study published in the Natural Product Research which had a look at anxiety behaviors, and it showed that it was really useful in lowering anxiety effects. So anyway, that one's one of my favorite. I use it as a sleep blend. I also use it in my perfume. And if you've ever come near me, you'll be able to smell vetiver as a base to lots of other things that I use. I really don't go anywhere without it. It's one of my things, and Ellie loves it as well. I see a huge difference when she uses that one. The next one is Ylang Ylang. So Ylang Ylang is a very popular one. It's a very strong floral fragrance, and it's used to treat anxiety and depression due to its calming and uplifting. Now this one is strong, so you only need a drop. As you can see, I haven't used a lot. I find this one sometimes difficult to take. I have to choose which oils go with it. If you really love florals, Ylang Ylang will be beautiful. I'm more of a woody person. But it's gorgeous. So this one actually helps with cheerfulness, courage, optimism, and soothes fearfulness. So this one's really beautiful with bergamot. Only use a drop, but it's beautiful with bergamot, beautiful with lavender, and with wild orange as well. This one is really is used a lot for women's blends. So it's actually to help calm our hormones and our nervousness that we have as well. This one also helps to calm your heartbeat and to help with nervous palpitations. It's also a sedative, so it's really good in insomnia. Remember, only a drop though, guys, 1 or 2 drops. It's really quite strong. Beautiful when used the right way. And there's another one, a study. It was used along with bergamot and lavender once a day for 4 weeks, and it reduced psychological stress responses and serum cortisol levels, as well as the blood pressure of clients with essential hypertension. So that was a really good one. Now, just remember, use that one sparingly. Also avoid it if you have low blood pressure, because it is known for calming you down and bringing your blood pressure down. So for those with high blood pressure, that's great. For those with low, don't use Ylang Ylang. That's my little warning for that one. We need to remember that these are powerful, incredible oils. These can help to soothe and heal and actually have a direct response with our digestion, with our heart rates, with our bodies. These can be used as medicine. So be respectful and know what you're using. So this one, beautiful for high blood pressure. Don't use when you have low blood pressure. So the next one is bergamot. Now, oh my God, I love bergamot. This one is the one oil where I get most comments on it, I think, when I have it in the office. This one actually has been proven. So these are to reduce cortisol, you know what I mean, response, so our stress response. So this one actually has been shown to stop and reduce our stress response. And it's also been shown that applying it helps to treat anxiety and depression. So this one's absolutely amazing. And this is a blend that I make up when I have any friends that are suffering from depression or feeling sad or feeling loss or grief. I make bergamot in a blend, and it's absolutely amazing. So it's also found in Earl Grey tea. I didn't know this. My hippie mum told me this. But it's also used in Earl Grey tea, and it has a distinct floral taste and aroma. So bergamot oil is really calming, and it provides energy, so it actually gives you an uplift, particularly for those who are feeling depressed. It can help you get out of bed, and it's wonderful when blended with lavender oil. Also, it is one of the natural ways to reduce blood pressure. So if you've got high blood pressure, bergamot is a natural way to reduce that. It also calms the pulse rate and helps people feel relaxed. Sorry, I've got some kids staring over the fence at me. The next one I don't have, but it's on my wish list, and that's chamomile. So we have a really beautiful blend of Roman chamomile, and that is actually used for sleep as well. But chamomile is a peaceful and calming scent. It actually is the oil for inner harmony, and it decreases irritability, so overthinking, anxiety, and worry. So it's really good for those people that overthink everything. Get onto Roman chamomile, have it in a little roller, put it on the back of your neck, and remind yourself, just take a few deep moments when you've got these negative thoughts that are going through your mind. Put a few drops in your hand, rub it and hold it over, and just take a few moments to breathe and remember everything's going to be okay. So that one really helps you to connect back with that. Again, this one's been used, there's studies that have been conducted in the University of Pennsylvania, in the School of Medicine, and they've actually seen an impact on, similar to what an antidepressant medication would have. Anyway, I won't keep going on to that one. Now, you just need, if anyone does have an allergy to ragweed, and it's a random allergy, but anyway, don't use that one. Bergamot, Roman chamomile could react if you do have that kind of a allergy. Now the last one, frankincense. This one is called the king of oils. So, and people say if all else fails, use frankincense. So it can be used for everything. So it's amazing for treating anxiety and depression. It's calming. It creates tranquil energy as well as spiritual grounding. So people use this one in yoga and for meditation as well. Yes, darling. In yoga and in meditation. So that's a wonderful one. If you mix that one with lavender and with bergamot, so in a one-on-one ratio, and then have a look at a hand massage, it has seen to be a positive effect for pain and depression in hospice patients with terminal cancer. So we actually used frankincense. My nan died a few months ago, and she was in the hospice, and we knew she didn't have very long to go, and so we used frankincense, and we rubbed it. We gave her a hand massage and helped her to calm down. It also really connected with her spiritually because she's Catholic, and Mass was one of her favorite things in the world, and so obviously frankincense is one of the holy oils, and that really helped her to connect back with her last rites, which she was being read by the priest, and it was a really beautiful way for her to calm down, and we saw immediately her body relaxed and calmed down. So anyway, obviously aromatherapy is, don't suck on it, darling. Aromatherapy, don't let your kids touch the oils. Aromatherapy for anxiety is really, really good. So that'll be able to help. All right. I was going to talk about the limbic system and our brain, but you know what? If anyone has any questions, just let me know. I've got a little munchkin I need to attend to. But anyway, guys, there's some of the key oils for anxiety. The other ones that I would be talking about is Balance, which is our blend, particularly for grounding. So anyway, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Ellie, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.